It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see James Conner. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. Buckle up. There's football coming your way on Monday.
We've all waited long enough to get here. It's time for some football as we welcome you to the NFL on EA Sports. All right, football fans, settle in because we got bragging rights on the line in this one. Kate, Scott, Brock Hewitt here with you as we get set for a division rematch. Brock, one side seeking the sweep, and the other looking for some revenge after how that first showdown went.
What do they say about familiarity? Familiarity does what?
It breeds something, Brock. It breeds, contempt.
It breeds contempt.
Yeah.
These teams don't like each other. They can fake it. They can say all the right things in the papers. They don't want any bulletin board material. But the fact is, you know your division foes better than anybody, and they know you. And that familiarity does bring a little extra heat into this matchup.
Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And here we go on Monday Night Football. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So here's their offense, taking over for the first time here. And bringing them out, you cannot call him irrelevant ever again. Took his team to the Super Bowl last year. It's Brock Purdy.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here, he's got to play some clean ball.
And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. ETN again. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Finds his man Waddle. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll give him a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Slot man motioned over. Here's ETN on 1st down. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Purdy throwing here. No one open, so he chucks this to another county. This one intended for the running back. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. So it'll be another 1st and 10 for him, Brock, down at the opposing 37.
Let's go. Smash. Check.
They'll give this up the middle to ETN. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. It's complete to Hunter Henry. And he gets him around 6 there. L'Jarius Sneed there for the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Thought he had a touchdown there. So it's going to be 4th and short.
Chase McLaughlin on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
The kick by McLaughlin is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
On now is Cook to kick this away. Calvin Austin on the return. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And in great shape after that return. He's across the 35 before going out. So here comes this offense as Zen gets set for their opening drive. And leading them out, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, the number 2 pick in the NFL draft out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
Even he mentioned it to us. There hasn't been much celebrated for him since last week. While other guys were taking in the win and enjoying some time to relax, he was reviewing what went wrong in that game. An interception, not finding the end zone. That's not the type of impact that usually finds you a win. And he knows he's got to do more for his team.
We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 39. Getting out to his left. He's keeping it. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Here we go. 3rd and less than a yard. Daniels. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. It's a gain of 4 there. And it sets up first down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
And they take him down right along the 30. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And they're going to have a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
First and 10 now from the 30. It's Connor again. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
From the 26 on second down. Cut out left. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. Trying to run it in, Connor. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Daniels back to throw. Catch is made in close. Touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Tucker adds the PAT. And these guys one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. So here comes this offense for its second series of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
On 2nd down, it's ETN. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Alim McNeil in on the tackle. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with 3rd and long. So the officials are officially on board tonight. For the first time, a flag flies. Somebody moved early. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump. And, well, they got one of them to move that time. Penalty not helping their cause for this 3rd down.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Takes this in at the 25. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. We've got a stoppage now. There was a player shaken up on that return, so we'll take a brief break as they tend to him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Ready to start this drive with Connor. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2. Partner, let's just take a moment to think about all the players who've come and gone through this league, the great runners, receivers, and return men among them. This guy is now the one who holds the record for all-purpose yards in a single season.
And the one thing he has in common with all those guys you mentioned, Kate, on the top spot before him, well, they got the job done over and over again. Whenever they were asked, whenever their number was called, they produced. And this is, wow, this is historic, and I love watching every minute of it.
On 2nd down, a run with Connor. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10 from the 41. Right back to Connor. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And they'll have 1st down.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 43. Escapes the pocket. Now he takes it. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll give him a 1st down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
First down carry for Connor. Broke through the tackle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Connor on the hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the defense. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Now hold on a moment, folks. You got a player in some discomfort after that one. He's going to receive some assistance as we take a brief timeout. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Throwing now, following the turnover. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. And now they face 2nd down. Looking to throw, Purdy. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
They steal the frequency on those opposing headsets. Somebody reading lips or steal a signal from the opposing sideline, Kate, because somehow this defense knew what was coming. They broke on that screen. It was incredible. What a stop.
3rd and long, Purdy. He lofts it deep left. That's grabbed inside the 30. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that'll be a 1st down. Purdy setting up that play action. He's loaded another one up. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Let's go.
Play action now with Purdy. Has it at the 7. And in for the touchdown. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone, and we take the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And his guys push their lead to 3. On now is Cook to kick this away. On the return, here comes Austin. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Straight ahead, it's Connor. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. And we haven't even hit the break yet, but already we're looking at this likely becoming a 100-yard game for him in the very near future, and expect more to follow after that. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 48. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Going with Connor here. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Flush down now to his left. He's going to keep it this time. It's a gain of 12 there. And that gives them the first.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
1st and 10 now from the 30. This is Connor. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Throw left side, complete. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Connor. Is in. Touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys take a 4-point lead.
14, our home team, 10. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback.
At their own 30.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Samuel comes in motion left. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, it's about time to get started with quarter number 2. Home offense out, ready to go. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Purdy looking to throw. That's taken in by Henry. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Traps, screens, draws, you need the element of surprise. The problem is, this defense was all over that draw. You couldn't fool them, even if you wanted to.
Logan Cook on the punt. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. He broke 50 on his 1st punt and looks to have done the same here. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The visitors and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And he's been more than just his passing touchdowns this season. In fact, you can see it right here. He's leading all quarterbacks in rushing scores late in the campaign. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's the give to Connor. This is ahead for about 5. Diamador Lenore there on the stop. Give him up 2nd and 5. Carry here for Connor. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
First down, and they go right back to it. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd and 8. Escapes out to the left. He's keeping it. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Well, I think he was looking for that running lane and that running room from the very start right there, partner. Even as he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Running this with Connor. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. And he's certainly given us a performance worthy of these primetime lights. This is now a 100-yard game that he's put together. They're now set for 1st and 10. It's Connor again. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Back to throw. Here's Daniels. Rolling left, buying some time. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. And I know we're still in the first half, but you look at his totals, Brock. It's looking like 100 yards isn't just a faint possibility. It's almost a certainty with how well he's been mixing some dual-threat reps into his work here. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Let's go now. On the give, this is Connor. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Getting out to his left. And the ground game works for the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
So no kickoff just yet. Receiving team wants to adjust how it's lined up, and they call timeout. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Xavier Gibson now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Set. Bronco switch. Reload. Check. Panther. Roll.
Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Into the hands of Samuel, complete. 40. Into the red zone. And that is a touchdown. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was gonna be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird?
Ooh.
In the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Well, maybe like a Tyrese Maxey, but whatever.
The kids aren't alive, I get it. Yeah, they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did, and he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And his guys cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. On the return, here comes Austin. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And it's been impossible to contain this guy as both a passer and a runner all season. Late in the year, look, he's the leader among quarterbacks in rushing yards. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Running to start this drive with Connor. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
Right back to Connor. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go.
Let's go. Go, go. Bring it.
From the 21. He's on the move. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Here's Daniels. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he carries it in for the touchdown. And that's his 15th rushing touchdown of the season. Notable not just for how often he's been able to run it in this year, but because he is now tied for the single-season quarterback record in that category. Tucker on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And these guys drive their lead to 11.
Our home team. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football is going to be spotted at the 30. This offense making its way back out now. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Purdy to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of...
The rush gets home, and they stick him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
They'll send Logan Cook out again for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The visitors send running back James Conner headed back to the field. And he's already scored once this game, something he's made a bit of a habit of this season. As we see, he's among the league's best at finding that end zone. First down, ball at the 36. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Flush down out to his left. Throwing on the run. A risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. And a great return comes to an end with the tackle. I don't know what to be impressed by most. Effortless. He made it look... Or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And he will take this in. Touchdown. These guys make them pay for turning it over. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
McLaughlin, attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Set to return, this is Braxton Berrios. This return makes it up to the 25. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And his effectiveness hasn't been limited to what he can do with his arm this season. On that last drive, he reached a significant mark for his efforts on the ground as well. First down carry for Conner. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Hauled in left side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Daniels now. Rolling out to his left. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That's Diamador Lenore. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Let's go. Right. Check.
ETN again. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Here we go.
Third down and 3.
Let go.
From the gun is Purdy. Oh, he's out of time, and they drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
The best defensive ends in the NFL, they don't need to win sustained battles to get home. Nope. Sometimes, Kate, all they need is one quick move, and they're into the backfield blowing it up. He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
This offense ready to get going again now. And coming off the interception, a good chance to reestablish some momentum as they get set. Connor on the inside give. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 39. Escapes out to the left. He tucks it and takes off. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll give him a 1st down. Going with Connor here. And he's going to take this down inside the 25 before being stopped. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. We're at the 2-minute warning of a high-scoring game so far. My goodness. Second and 6 coming up here. Daniels from the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, it's Daniels. Going over the middle, but it's incomplete.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sails over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Pretty throwing here on 1st. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Henry on the catch. Nothing doing there as he gets out of bounds back to the line. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Inside handoff goes to ETN. And he's going to get up to about the 33, but no more. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Logan Cook on for this punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. 58 yards on the punt there. And they're going to take over possession. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. Rolling left, binds. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Getting out to his left. This is caught by Isaiah Likely. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Looking to throw. He's on the move. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end. You need to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that 1st down anyway. Oh.
And he's out of bounds. Looks like right at the midfield stripe. We have reached halftime. Already a full game's worth of excitement in just 2 quarters. As we hear from Jonathan Coachman over in Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. As mentioned, this is the EA Sports Halftime Report. Time to take a look around the NFL and find out what's going on this fine Sunday. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And as you see, they were winners earlier this afternoon. Garrett Wilson, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And as you see, they were winners in their ball game. Jared Goff, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. We watched the veteran James Conner put together a very solid first half. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins. These 2 teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. On the return, here comes Austin. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll take over at the 39-yard line. Nice return there. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive of the second half. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Now it's Conner. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Daniels. Now here he goes. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll give them a first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
From the 40 on 2nd down. He's keeping it. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's the give to Conner. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. And he has just earned something most running backs are never lucky enough to even approach. This is now a 200-yard showing for him on the ground. Going jumbo set on this first and goal.
Let's go now.
Trying to run it in, Connor. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. 9 yards on that play, and they're just a yard out now on second and goal.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Connor can't push it across. They make the stand, and looks like they might have stopped him a little bit behind the line, too.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Only a gain of 2 and maybe a goal line stand here. It's fourth and goal. Back to throw it. Escapes the pocket. Pushing for the end zone. And he lost the football. It's not loose. He's not going to get there. Doesn't make the end zone. That's short. And they're going to turn it over as fourth and goal fails. They're out and set. First and 10. Purdy setting up that play action. That's taken in by Samuel. And it'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Third down, 1 yard to go.
Let's go.
They go right back to ETN. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. A 1-yard gain on the play. And it sets up first down.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. They'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir. Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Now Purdy. He'll get this to Henry.
That's what they call staring down the gun barrel. You know as a quarterback, you're about to get absolutely blasted, but you got to deliver an accurate throw just like that.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it'll be their football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Ready to start this drive with Connor. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this: it's over. Over.
Flushed out now to his left. And that's good for a gain of 5. Reward that tackle to Michael Hall. It was the rookie from Ohio State there to bring him down. 3rd and short, Daniels escapes out to the left. He's running for it. Pickup of 12 on that play. And they're going to have a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
On the give, this is Connor. And he stopped after running it up across the 45 to the 46. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
On 2nd down, a run with Connor. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. It's Connor again. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 47. Rolling left, buying some time. Now he takes it.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Getting out to his left. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. He'll throw it. He's on the move. And they won't do it. That falls incomplete on 4th down.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle. On 2nd down, it's Etienne. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
On 3rd down, Purdy. Sideline, he's got it, and he gets the feet down too. It's a gain of 12 there. And they'll have 1st down. Waddle now in motion right. Here's Etienne on 1st down. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Play action now with Purdy. Throwing deep for the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age in the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He's got the hook up to Atwell. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Hey, go, go!
From the gun, ETN gets it. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down. Here's Purdy to throw. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal.
Let's go now.
Putting the tight end in motion.
Go!
Another try following the sack. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Tag! Hunter!
They're going to run with ETN. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Defense stops him after 4 yards, and that forces 4th and goal. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
On the return, here comes Austin. Good-looking return here, and he's got room. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. And there's only one team satisfied with their spot in the playoffs right now, and that's the one currently at the top. A lot of time left for everybody else to jostle for better position, or simply for one of the 7 spots available. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Right back to Connor. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. From the 42. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 20. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. And that run makes some history for him. He's now topped the previous record for rushing in a game by a QB. The previous mark of 181 was held by Colin Kaepernick since those 2013 playoffs, and the mantle now belongs to this guy. And whatever total he reaches before the end of this one. They'll come up 1st and 10. Connor on the inside give. And he's able to push this down to the 12. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Going with Connor here. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Second down now, 7 to go. Here's Daniels. Flush down out to his left. And they take this in for the score. There are few of these guys league-wide who score as much with their legs as they do with their arms, and now one of them, well, he's become the latest to break the record for most rushing touchdowns in a season by a quarterback.
We've sure come a long way from the robotic QB sneaks of yesteryear, haven't we?
Yep,
the work
sir.
these guys do on the ground, their athleticism, not just near the goal line, but all over the field, has rewritten much of how this position's played, and now one of them's rewritten a record as well.
Tucker on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And these guys drive their lead to 11.
Our home team, 27. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. He's got a lane up past the 30. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. That outruns their offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Purdy on first down. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Second down and 10.
Here we go, set, go.
From the gun is Purdy. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. It's Dotson on the catch. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That's good for 7 yards. And it'll give him a first down. Counter give to Etienne. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up. From the 48. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. And that brings up 3rd down.
Let's go now.
6 yards to go.
Check go.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. This is hauled in by Atwell. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. First down play nets them 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 36-yard line.
from the 36. That's taken in by Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
An option give here to Etienne. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! Recovered by the defense. The 40. Hits the 20. And they'll return it for a touchdown. These guys make it a 3-score game in the 4th. That was awesome. The return became a question of, does he have enough steam to make it back before someone runs him down?
That is the most sprinting we're going to see him do on a football field. Maybe his whole life. That distance, whole lot more than the few yards he's usually running towards quarterback in the pocket. But he had enough to reach that goal line. You're darn right he did. He could sense it, and he wanted it.
Tucker on for the extra point. That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table. Now probably still mentally kicking himself after that missed point after. He can take a little frustration out here as he kicks this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Another drive coming up for this offense. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Purdy to throw it. Complete. It's Atwell. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. He's going to push one deep down the right. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. He's on the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. We've got to pause now for an injured player, and not the guy you want to see struggling. That is Brock Purdy, who the medical staff is standing beside. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Let's go.
Trying again, following the sack. Henry on the catch. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Taylor rapping to pick that one off. Well, partner, you know this one firsthand. Getting them behind the sticks really limited what the call could be on the offensive side, and no doubt helped set up that INT.
Unfortunately, I sure do. And when you're in these situations, you got to have self-talk. You really do as a quarterback. You got to tell yourself 3rd and long, extra long like this, protect the football. Protect the football. A punt is okay. Quarterback extra aggressive. In the defense, well, they did exactly what they wanted to do. They took it from them.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's got this down to the 40. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go, set.
Another carry for him. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. It's a 3-yard gain, only a yard shy of the marker on 3rd down. Here's the give to Connor. And it's a rare defensive win on the ground. He's caught at the line. Just short on 3rd down. No gain on the run. And now what will they do on 4th? They'll run for this. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A split second, all to keep the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll get this down to the 23-yard line before they stop him. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They give it to him again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning. These guys looking at a 14-0 record. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to the well again. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
Alert! Alert!
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him a couple on the run, but that run accomplishes little. It's 4th down. He's one of the greatest to do it. Justin Tucker on for the field goal. It's a 29-yard look right down the middle for him.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The offense headed back to the field. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Purdy throwing here. He'll get this to Henry. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing from the gun here. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. To throw again, it's Purdy. He's got it near the 8. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go, set. Go.
From the red zone now. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete.
Ready up.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal.
Come on, set. Cougar 19. Huh.
They are throwing it again. And that pass falls incomplete. Well, they kept trying. They kept taking shots at the very end. But now we have reached that end. This one's over. So hard work rewarded as they take a well-earned win in this one. And it's harder and harder not to mention, Brock, the possibility of an undefeated season as they add another to their total here in the penultimate month of the campaign. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. What a game for our winners as we say goodnight, everybody.